Hello, everybody. Welcome to Snyder's Inc. We got more slapped ham for you. I was curious. We put a new one out. I had to react to it. I know I had to react to it. It's just the way. It wasn't the plan. I had a different video to react to. We're gonna react to this instead. Just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes sometimes. You need to understand. It's just the way it goes sometimes. Ladies and gentlemen, leave a like button. Leave a subscribe button. Leave a subscribe button. Comment. Hit the holy crap. Hit the subscribe button. Comment what you think down below. I'm losing my mind today. Today's just been one of those days. But this video is weird and scary clips leaving viewers creeped out. See if it'll leave me creeped out. Let's see. Let's see. Are you guys ready? Of course you're ready. Let's go.
Ahí hay una señora que lleva una hora haciendo esto.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some scary videos that are starting to spook the internet. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more freaky content. Just like this. Our first clip of the day was uploaded to the Instagram account Unanswered Universe. It's some security footage taken from some kind of factory in an unknown location. Take a look at what happens. Out of nowhere, the woman's head slams down onto the table. It looks like it's forced down by some kind of unseen presence. The woman is clearly startled as she runs to be comforted by a nearby employee.
What's weird about this is it seems like this is something that's happened before because she's very emotional by it, and it doesn't seem like a scare thing. It seems like something happened that she wasn't, like something that's been tormenting her, like a demon or something paranormal that's been tormenting her seems to have just come back, and now this is her like she's terrified now or something. Because there's something way more weirdly about this than her bolden tears and like hugging and comforting after something like that. Because most people just be caught off guard by it, and like confused by it, not reacting that way.
Commenters said that the woman might have fallen asleep, but others think it looks far too forceful.
No, that's not falling asleep because she was doing something. You don't fall asleep like that. You don't just jolt your head. No. No, that's way too forceful for that. That is not falling asleep at all.
Unfortunately, this is one of those clips with almost no info attached to it, so we can't dig any deeper. So I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers. What do you think's going on here? Share your theories in the comments down below.
Also, you wouldn't react to that to falling asleep. You would not react like that to falling asleep. No way.
This next clip, uploaded to Twitter by Cidio Paranormal, isn't supernatural at all, but it shows just how strong the phenomenon of Paradolia can be. Take a look.
Acércale más con la cámara.
As this group flicks their car's lights on and off, you can make out what looks like an eerie face on the trunk of the tree.
Media cara, güey. Media cara nada más, güey. Sus orejitas, güey.
Yeah, that's weird. That's hilarious that that's kind of funny to see in a tree. That's kind of funny.
This is almost certainly a case of Paradolia. Paradolia is the tendency for people to see faces in everyday objects. It's a type of perceptual illusion, which means that what we see is not really there. Faces are one of the most common things that we can see in pareidolia, but other objects like animals, letters, and words can also be perceived. Pareidolia occurs because our brains are wired to recognise faces. We're constantly looking for them in our environment, so it's not surprising that we sometimes see them when they're not really there. This ability to see faces has evolutionary advantages. It helped our ancestors to survive by allowing them to quickly identify friends and foes. So next time you wake up in the middle of the night and think you see a shadowy face staring back at you from the closet, don't worry, it's probably just an illusion. Or is it?
I didn't know that was true. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing where we see faces in things that aren't actually there and everyday items, and that's why we go off it. It makes sense. It makes sense that that's a thing. It's just I didn't know like they had a name for that. That's cool. That's actually really cool.
This next creepy photo was sent to us by one of our viewers, Carol Botha. Carol says that this unsettling photo hangs on the wall of her friend's childhood home. It was already on the wall when their parents bought the home decades ago, and they've just left it there ever since. In the photo, you can see a horse standing at attention. In the background, you can see that there's actually a shadow of a person sitting on the horse.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. Is that a shadow of someone sitting on a horse, or is that a shadow of something else that just happens to make it look like that? I can't tell. I can't tell.
What's even more unsettling is that the homeowner says that quite often as many as 100 flies will sit on the frame of this picture. You can even see a fly in the top left-hand corner of this photo. Many paranormal experts believe that whenever a specific place or object attracts a swarm of flies, it could mean there is a curse or demonic presence nearby. For centuries, the symbolism of the fly has been associated with death and pestilence. For example, in Mesopotamian mythology, Nergal is the god of death. He's closely linked to suffering and disaster and is often depicted as a swarm of flies. Christians later associated Nergal with a demonic presence.
I don't know that. I mean, the guy, it's, could be just the place is bad. Smells bad, looks bad. And the flies are just drawn to it. They're drawn to shitty smells. That's why flies all over shit all the time. I don't think it has anything to do with a curse. Pretty sure it's a little bit of a stretch. However, that picture having a bunch of flies on it is really weird. It's a picture. Shouldn't have that situation on it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have an explanation on why that's the case.
So what's going on with this photo then? Why does the shadow depict a rider? And why do hundreds of flies often cling to its frame? It seems the more you stare at this image, the more unsettling it becomes. This photo was sent to us by one of our viewers, Emily Rigby. Emily says she recently took a series of selfies with her sister at their house. However, in one of them, they noticed an eerie detail they can't quite explain.
This face right there. Why is the top there? Why is that face a thing? And who is that? That's probably weird. That's creepy as hell. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't want that in my pictures. Holy shit, that's a hell of a lot. Where was this taken? Like, where was this taken? There's so many pictures, but that one, I don't want no face in the background of that shot. That's weird.
See if you can spot anything off.
Oh, I see the picture. I see the person's face.
On the TV, which was off at the time, there appears to be a reflection of a face. Looks like an older woman staring into the room. Emily says that her nan had recently passed away and that it bears a striking resemblance to her. She also says that her sister and her nan had a particularly strong bond. So, could this reflection be their nan trying to make contact from the beyond? Take another look and decide for yourself.
I can't decide that. I can't decide that if I look at that photo for fucking 10 minutes. I don't know if that's her nan or not. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's... Like, I don't know if that looks like her nan. I don't know what her nan looks like. I just know that's creepy in that face. I don't want no damn photo in background of a TV that's turned off. No, thank you.
The Battle of Shiloh was one of the first major battles of the American Civil War. Fought in early April of 1862, the battle was bloody and resulted in a Union victory. Over 23,000 men were killed or wounded in the fighting, making it one of the deadliest battles in American history. The Union Army ultimately emerged victorious, but at a heavy cost. As the soldiers lay maimed on the battlefield, their wounds left open and raw to the elements, something strange began to happen. Written accounts of the battle's aftermath describe an almost miraculous occurrence. Many of the soldiers' wounds began to glow in the dark. Confederate military surgeon James Dinwiddie witnessed firsthand the mysterious glowing wounds. He noted that the soldiers whose wounds began to luminesce were faring better than those that didn't. Word quickly spread around the battlefield and the phenomenon became known as the Angel's Glow. The Battle of Shiloh was named after a small church that stood on a nearby grassy hill. The name Shiloh translates to heavenly peace. Piecing these two things together, soldiers began to think that something miraculous was happening and that they were being blessed by divine forces. Dr. Dinwiddie took a great interest in the bizarre glowing effect and began to study why it was that some soldiers had a greater chance of survival than others. It would later be discovered that the gleaming effect was caused by bioluminescent bacteria known as Photohabdus luminescens. The bacteria produced antibiotics which staved off infection in those soldiers affected by the Angel's Glow. This is one of the earliest recorded encounters with the profound effects of antibiotics. Of course, antibiotics wouldn't formally be brought to light until 1928 when Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin. So it would seem the Angel's Glow has a scientific explanation, but I'm sure those who witnessed the glowing wounds firsthand, well before the popularization of germ theory, would have believed that a miracle was taking place that day on the battlefield.
That's insane, though. Like, that's the first case of antibiotics being a thing, and it saved people's lives because of it. So many lives to stop the thing of infection and all that, so it saved so many lives. That's insane. That is insane still to think about. Wow. The thing, I never knew that. That is amazing to know. I never knew that. Wow.
This bizarre sighting was uploaded to the YouTube channel Paseo Infinito.
What the hell?
This footage was captured by a homeowner who noticed that his neighbour was doing something strange on their back porch. Take a look at what he saw. The woman appears to be swaying quickly back and forth. The creepy thing is, the homeowner says his neighbour had been doing this weird motion for hours and hours. He first noticed her at 6 a.m. It's not known what the woman was actually doing, but the fact that she had been spotted moving back and forth for hours certainly makes this sighting unnerving.
I don't know what she's doing, but that is that's weird. That would hurt. That would hurt. Jolt your head back and forth for hours on end. That would hurt. When you're done whatever you're doing, you're gonna be in pain. Your head's gonna feel way painful. No, that sucks, man. That is too painful.
Before we take a look at some eerie photos that were sent to us by a viewer, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary, mysterious videos. In September 2022, one of our viewers, Abby Lynn Bouchard, was taking some snaps of their recently tidied crafts room. However, as they reviewed the photos, they couldn't help but notice an eerie detail. In the window, there appears to be a dark figure. On closer inspection, it almost looks like a hooded spectre with a skeletal face peering in through the window.
Okay, because I was thinking, but no, like, that's part of her reflection. You can see that part of her. But then there's this person, this little part, which is like a skeletal face, because that's the only human, that's a skeletal face. Look, that is weird. I don't know what that is. Seems bizarre, because, like, is that a ghost? Like, is that just a weird... That's weird. I don't know what that is. What do you guys let me know in the comments. What do you think it is?
The uploader clarified that it couldn't be someone looking in through the window because this room is on the second floor of the house.
That don't mean nothing.
While this figure could be dismissed as perhaps an odd reflection or a shadow, it's Abby's past that makes this photo a little more eerie. When Abby was young, her family moved into an old mill house in South Carolina. Up until then, her childhood had been quite normal. However, once the family moved into this particular house, things began to change. The family began to notice strange things happening in the house. Inexplicable banging sounds could be heard, as well as creaking footsteps late at night. Cupboards would mysteriously open by themselves, and locked doors would somehow be found ajar. Even fire alarms would be routinely set off, despite no smoke or fire. Over the years, the family moved house time and time again, as many as 7 times. And with each move, the family believed something paranormal was following them. This photo was taken as the family gathered for Thanksgiving in 2012. In the background, there's a strange misty figure standing in the kitchen. While at first it looks like a mirror hanging on the wall, it's actually an opening that connects the 2 rooms. However, Abby has no way of explaining the strange misty figure in the other room. So could something paranormal have attached itself to Abby's family all those years ago? How do you explain the strange events and figures that have been caught on film?
That figure could just be another family member. Like, that's not much to say. That I don't go off of much with that photo. That one old photo. Because it easily could be done as, yeah, just another person in the house. Another person in the family. This, I have no idea. I guess it's a craft room, so it could be something related to that, but I doubt it. Because the way it's presented looks like it'd be more in front of her.
Is it just Paradolia, or is there more to it? Share your opinions on this one in the comments down below.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Some weird stories. Let me know weird stories and photos and that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, hit subscribe button. Original video will be in the link below. We'll link in the description. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all for the next one.